Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to learn about traps now. To be a trapper, you need to have traps. I have Rob Brandrick.
Yes.
He's here with me. He's a trapper, and he also knows quite a lot about the traps. How are you doing, Rob?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Now, the first thing that comes to mind, I know for myself and for a lot of people, is humane. Are these traps humane?
Yes, they are. They have to meet a standard, a Canadian standard that's regulated by the FIC, and it's also a European standard. The animals they go through quite a set of tests, and they have to be dispatched in a certain amount of times for the traps to be certified.
Okay. And what makes a trap humane?
The killing time of it, and after the trap or the animal has been dispatched, they take and they skin it, and they look for certain damage to the animal, and they time how long it takes for it to be dispatched, and it has to meet a certain criteria.
Oh wow, it's really quite in depth. Now, what are some of these traps here that we have?
These traps are all certified. These are actually all made in Canada. This is a LDL Martin trap. It's a Magnum. It's probably one of the most common traps that I sell.
How does that work?
You just that is set. You take these off. Usually we use a box. I'll show you.
Wow.
You would hang that in a tree. Put your bait in there.
Oh, so this box here? Okay.
Yes, and then you put your trap in like that.
Oh, and it goes in?
Then the animal would come along, and he'd crawl in there, and he'd get his head in there, and it's usually they get them by the neck.
And they break the neck.
And they break their neck, and they're dead instantly, basically.
Okay.
I don't know the times, but it's not very much.
No, I can't imagine it would be very much. Now, what else do we have here?
Here would be an otter or a lynx trap. Again, these are made in Quebec, and they are certified. Same thing. And this here would be
a big one.
This would be a beaver trap.
Oh wow.
And they're the same. These are all Magnum traps. These are made in Kapuskasing, Ontario.
Oh wow, very cool. That's really neat.
They all fall under the same criteria.
There's a lot of rules and regulations for trapping now.
There is.
Yeah, and you guys have to go through courses to trap.
Yes, we have to take a course, and if you don't keep your license up after 5 years, you have to take the course over again. It's not a lifetime thing unless you hold a license.
And what are some of the big things that people trap for here in Northwestern Ontario?
The biggest is marten, and beaver, and then the lynx. There's a lot of lynx around Thunder Bay. Lynx is a big item around Thunder Bay. Not so much where I'm from, but...
What are beavers trapped for?
Make fur coats.
Fur coats, good fur.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool. Most of all, everything's trapped for its fur, right? Basically?
Yeah, everything is trapped for its fur. Beaver has a little bit, like there's a market for their tails now. They're starting to make wallets out of them. Oh. And you can use the casters. They make sense. Actually, one time they made perfume.
Strawberry, I heard. The casters.
Yeah, the casters. Yeah. They used to make perfume out of them.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it here, giving us a little bit of in-depth insight into some of these traps here. That's very cool. What do you guys think about these traps? They're cool, eh? Yeah, awesome. Good.